10 after 6. We are up. We are all tore everything down. We're all packed up, and we're gonna head out here a little earlier today. We're making good time, so we'll be on the trail by 20 after 6. But last night, I mean, this is a pretty nice spot. Like I said, we are by a road, but what could we do? It was getting late. But last night, we were laying in our hammocks and we could hear something big walk from over there. And they walked up to here. And of course we were yelling, hey bear, to get out of here. And then kind of walking around, and we heard it for a while, just kind of circling the camp. So that was interesting. We didn't see anything. We got out once to see if we could see anything, but we didn't see it. No, it wasn't a little chipmunk, because we could tell it was walking pretty far. So, but now it's time to get up, get moving, and try to do another 20, at least for me today. Probably hard to tell how steep it is, but we're gonna go down, and then we got to go up, over, and down again. I think maybe a little bit up, but this is the pipeline area that right now it's not gonna be bad because it's cool. It's in the 50s and it's overcast, but I did this and it was like 80 and very sunny, and I ran out of water like quick, and it was a very hot walk through this, and it was high grass. So but part of the fun. I made it to the top. That's where we came from, down there, right in the middle, and down and up. It's not too bad. There are steeper hills on this trail than this. But it would be kind of tough in the blazing sun though. But so now we got to go down there, about halfway down, or at the bottom, and then we turn in. There's the next shelter, so kind of time to keep moving. Oh, and I don't know if we passed it yet, but mile marker 42 is out on here, so that's the halfway point. So we are now halfway done with the trail. Here it is, the Scoville Branch shelter. It's another one of those really nice Adirondack style shelter. They have saws, they have pans, pots, grill things, tons of stuff. They even have cut wood, nice firing, places to sit. They said there's water here, but I think it might be back there. There's a little trail. It's probably down to that runoff we saw. That I don't know how good that water is, but I don't need water. But Dakota again he planned poorly, and it's been completely out of water. So one thing I just learned about some of these shelters on this trail is, so far, at least the couple that look like there were real shelters have these Donikers here. Hoopers. Which you don't really find that off on other trails off the AT. But it's nice. Here you have this toilet seat, but there's no dug hole. It's like a big pile of turds. There's no hole, so it's just sitting right on top. So I don't know how good that is to leave no trace, but they're here if you need them. Looks like it's starting to clear up, so we may actually get some sun today, and hopefully it'll warm up, because it's only been in the high in the low 60s for this trip so far. It is almost June. Normally it's warmer, but hopefully we see some sun. This area of the trail is known for having, we have to side hill a lot, which is where the trail is like this and you're walking right on the side. And one of the trail maintainers, this is Wanda, the president, was telling us that he actually came through. He spent 2 weeks out here, and if you can tell, he's been cutting it out and flattening it out on the trail, actually making it flat on the side hill. So I know he's not totally complete with it, but man, that's amazing that they're even doing that. I've never saw that happen. about, I would say about 4 or 5 miles out of Cross Fork, which is a town that the trail goes right through. It's a very small town now. I think they have like a tavern, a post office, a general store, and then housing, and that's it. So Dakota's ahead of me. I don't know if he's gonna bail there, if he was serious or not, but both his trekking poles are broke. And I know his backpack was really bothering him. It was brand new. It's the first time he's wearing it, and it's not working out. So, I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do, but I'm going on no matter what. So I'm not going to finish the trail. So he knows someone that can come pick him up. So we'll find out when we get to Cross Fork if that's what he's going to do. I'm at the top of a big mountain and about ready to start the descent down into the town of Cross Fork. So if you're doing this trail, just remember it's an up and down trail. I mean, it is not really you know, where you can just go and cruise along for a long period. There are some flat spots where you can cruise, but for the most part, it is just up and down and up and down. There are some roads you walk on like this, but not for very long. And another thing too is, I mean, we're in day 3 and we've only been carrying at any given time 1 liter of water. So, but granted, it is the end of May, you know, springtime. And this year we did have, you know, a significant amount of rain. So, so take that into account. Also the weather, you know, it's in the 50s and 60s, so we're not really sucking down the water because we're not sweating as much. But in the summertime, you know, if it was like 80 degrees out right now and sunny, I'd probably be having more water because I'd be going through it. But yeah, so far, you know, 1 liter, you know, instead of 2, that's 2 pounds less I'm carrying. So that's a bonus. Here we are, down at Cross Fork. Right there is the inn where they have great food. And I think that's the general store right there. All right, we just had a 2-hour stop here in Cross Fork, and it was a very great and productive stop. We ate a huge lunch at Deb's Cross Fork Inn. I highly recommend that. There's also a general store where they have, I think they sell subs, but they have all kinds of candy and snacks and stuff, and some camping supplies if you need it. Not many, but enough. And I was able to make a very nice deposit in the porta potty. And the Cross Fork Inn, they were very nice. They let me borrow a hammer and pliers, and I totally repaired his trekking poles to almost 100% usability. Well, 100% usability. They just don't adjust as much, but they will work and get him through. And I showed him how to fix his straps to take off the little elastic so he could tighten them in a little bit closer, because that was causing him a lot of pain on the thing. So very productive stop. So he decided not to bail like a little wuss. And we're gonna keep going and see how far we get today. So gotta get moving. Walking out of Cross Fork, I mean, if you blink, you'll miss it. I mean, it's literally a couple, like that general store, and that's it. But we're gonna go up here. We got a 1.5 mile climb up, then a 1.5 mile back down to water. And then there's a whole line of campsites, like one every mile or 2 at the most. And from what I remember, they're pretty half-decent campsites. So that's where we're gonna go. Because his knee is hurting, because he wasn't hiking with trekking poles for a while. His knee is bothering him, so we're gonna see at each campsite, you know, how's he feel, and then we'll go on. How's he feel, and then we'll go on. So that's our goal. So far today, it's turning out to be a beautiful day. Humidity dropped. See some blue skies and just a couple white puffy clouds. But now tomorrow they're calling for some light rain and then thunderstorms all day Friday. So hopefully we don't have to deal with that. We're coming up on mile 53, and that's where the campsite was that I stayed at the last time I did this trip. Now, we may end up staying there because he's way behind me. His knee is really bothering him, even though his trekking poles and backpack are fixed. But I think he should have bailed at Crosswork, but he still wanted to continue. So it may be an early night, 13. Once we get to 53, it'll be 13 miles for the day. But from what I remember, that site was not the best for, it wasn't even the best for tents, let alone for hammocks. So we're just gonna have to see and play it by ear. There's more, like I said before, like a mile or so apart, but just gonna have to see how far he can make it, I guess. Here's the campsite I stayed at in 2020, and I mean, really, there's not even really a place for a tent or anything. I had my tent over there. There are really no places to hang unless you want to hang up off the bank. You can probably hang there, but there's logs everywhere. This isn't the best place to camp, period, with a tent or a hammock. So there's another place. It is beautiful down here, though, but there is another campsite maybe half a mile ahead or close to a mile ahead or something like that. But I don't know if he can make it. So I'm gonna have to figure out what to do. Just look at this. This is, someone came through. This is all side hill hiking. And this is what this person did. One person did this. Came through and dug this all out. And this is all over the trail that he did this. That's amazing. All that work, because the trail went from here down. This is all dug out and squared out to walk. That's amazing. We're now at mile roughly 15 and a half, so we're probably, for the day, we're probably going to get, there's a lot of campsites up here, like I said before. We're going to try to get to mile 17, which we're going to get pretty quick, I think. It's only going on 5 o'clock, so we're still pretty good. We're early. Good time. And we'll see if it's a nice spot, and if not, we'll keep moving on. But that way he can rest his knee. And we're still on track for the whole trip, so we're still ahead of the game, actually.
Oh, yeah.
We're still ahead of schedule, so we'll be able to relax for a while. And it's a nice evening because it's clear. Tomorrow it's going to be rain, like I said, and Friday it's going to be rain, so we might want to just take advantage of it while we can. We are at probably 57 and a half, and this whole stretch, there's like 5 to 7 camps listed. Well, they say camping on Far Out. They don't say campsite. They say camping. So I can tell you this whole stretch from probably this whole 3 mile stretch, I think it was 3 miles, where they list all these camps, camping area. There is no camping. And where they say there's camping, I don't know if they mean, I think that might be what they call camping over there. But it's way across a creek and through the brush. You have to bushwhack to get there. I mean, that's not really a, you know, so if you're using that to plan to camp there, unless you want to bushwhack through, you know, all the way over to there, which I do think there's a fire ring. I don't know how you're going to get over there. So this whole stretch was like that with all these camping. Was like, if you could see a campsite, it was way down and there was no way to get to it. I don't know. So I wouldn't trust that part of Far Out where it lists camping.
There is.
All right, so we made it to, which one is this? Gravel Lick Shelter.
Yep.
And there's a picnic table. I cannot pass up the golden ticket. And we think we can hang our hammocks either here and here, and well, anyway, we're going to figure it out. There's not much because the trees, there's a lot of small trees here, but we are not going any farther. We will make this work, whether I have to kill Dakota, bury him, and then hang by myself. So that's what's going to happen. So let's go. All right, so here's how we finagled our hang. So it was these 3 trees were the best ones without a lot of stuff, this little brush and these. It's pretty much the only places that we could really hang. So what we did to make the room is, since he has a really large tarp, we have that going over, and there's a lot of wind blowing this way and it's getting cloudy. We think it might start raining tonight. So we're each gonna shut our doors on that end. We have both sides down. All my sides are down, but his is bigger, so his is gonna go over. He's gonna shut his doors, he'll be good. We'll shut our doors on the end. So that's basically how we have to do this. So now it's time to eat. All right, the wind's picking up. We just got done eating. And we did relax. We sat in there and relaxed. It was actually pretty nice. It was nice and relaxing, blocked the wind. So now we're gonna hang our bear bags and then just kind of hang out. So I will talk to you tomorrow.